Eilish, what are your immediate thoughts after coming off the track then?
Yeah, of course I'm disappointed with that. I definitely wanted to come here. I was looking if I could sneak into the top 5, top 6 in the world. That would be a huge highlight for me. So to come 10th again is a little bit disappointing. I feel like every year I'm getting faster and I'm improving, and I'm still coming 10th. Oh, sorry. So that's mentally it's tough, you know, to feel like you've really moved on, but on paper it's still a 10th place. But I've had it's just a real roller coaster of a season. Had a great half marathon, then caught COVID, had a great Hengelo 10k and then got sick and dropped out of Oslo, missed the British Champs. I feel like I'm getting back fit again, and then I picked up a bit of a niggle on the hamstring about 5 days ago. So to be honest, I'm proud of myself to make the start line, because there was a question mark over whether I would be on the start line or not. So yeah, it's frustrating. You like ride the highs and you ride the lows, and I feel like my build up to this race just hasn't been as smooth as I would like, and I think it knocks your confidence a little bit. But I finished that and the hamstring feels better than it did yesterday, so I'm hoping now everything is sort of switched back on. Do you know, and it's given me a bit of even just confidence mentally. I felt like, was it going to go? Do you know that sort of am I going to pull it? Am I okay to run? But yeah, I finished today, and so for me now I've got another opportunity in 5 where hopefully I can bounce back.
Can you sort of try and describe what it's like coming up against these athletes? How difficult it is to, you know, put yourself in that mix?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt when you come to a World Champs and Olympic Games, you have to be on top form, and so I suppose that's why I probably was a little bit unconfident, well certainly unconfident coming into it, thinking I'm not at 100%, so I'm not quite going to be able to compete with those top women here. I need to be on my A game. Even at the very start, I could feel like the pace just wasn't as comfortable. In Hengelo, I felt very strong, clocking off the first half of the 15-minute, and it was like clockwork. Today, I could tell early on it just wasn't quite firing the way I would like, and we were slightly off. Do you know what I mean? It was 75s, and I thought, okay, this isn't going to go the way I'd like today. And I think if anything, just the fact that I finished, that's given me again a little bit of a boost to know. Everyone keeps saying, even my mum, Michael, they keep saying like the fitness is there, it's in you, but now it's just trying to get that to come out. Just yeah, I think that's being an athlete, isn't it? There's the ups and downs, and I think everyone that comes to the champs, the people that perform the best, that have the best smooth ride as possible in there. I mean, everyone suffers with illness, injuries. That's just part and parcel of being an athlete. So yeah, I'm here. I'm obviously disappointed with that. It's not where I'd like to be, but it's just life, unfortunately.
How close were you to not making it?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't run 2 days ago. I couldn't really run at all. I was worried I'd sort of actually pulled it, but I think it's maybe something nervy. I think it's a nerve issue. It's moving up and down the hamstring. So I actually have no idea where it came from. Like, there was no indication in training. I had my last session, I sort of felt something, but not quite like, oh, I've pulled this, but there was something I tweaked. And then the next day it was just the whole hamstring was just not happy. So yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating, but I suppose at this point you're tapering anyway, so you think, right, take an extra day off, just rest up. And so I honestly have just done nothing the last 3 days, just to try and let it rest, just ice, sleep and rest as much as I can. And so it was good in there. It was actually way better than I actually thought it would do. And if anything, I think because it's a nerve, it sort of warms up. I actually felt more comfortable at the end than I did at the start. But yeah, so hopefully I'll rest up now. I've got another couple of days at least to get myself ready for this 5, and I just hope it's sort of given me that little bit of a kick to know, right, you're okay now, and let's get ready for as best I can for this 5k heat.
It's maybe harder to take in given what you were dealing with injury-wise, but what was the Hayward experience like at a distant event?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Like, you can tell when the Americans are in the field, I mean, there's a real buzz for them. And Carissa, I could see she was obviously in that top group, so you could hear the crowd getting excited when the pace really picked up. But to be honest, I was so zoned out. Like, you don't quite maybe get to experience it the way you do when you come in afterwards and spectate. But yeah, it's nice to have fans. I did this race, Eugene World Challenge last year. and it was empty. There was just coaches and agents and stuff. So to come back in the stadium and have actual spectators, it's a really cool experience.